He once said, "Diana Ross is my mother, my lover, and my friend, all combined in one." It was a strange, deeply revealing confession from Michael Jackson, one that the world heard but never truly understood. But the proof of his obsession wasn't just in his words. It was hidden away at Neverland Ranch, in a secret room right next to his own bedroom. Inside, thousands of candles burned 24 hours a day, illuminating a space where every single square inch was covered with photographs of one woman, Diana Ross. This wasn't just admiration, it was a shrine, and it was the key to understanding the secret love story that may have ultimately destroyed the king of pop. Their story begins in 1969, a collision of two worlds. He was a prodigious 9-year-old talent, and she was the 25-year-old reigning queen of Motown. But their connection quickly became more intense than anyone imagined. In a move that remained a little-known secret for years, Michael and the entire Jackson 5 went to live with Diana Ross for over a year when they first moved to California. It was during this time that the lines began to blur. For young Michael, Diana became everything. His own mother, Katherine Jackson, later confirmed that Michael would refer to Diana as both his mama and his girlfriend. He was completely smitten, telling his sisters that they wouldn't be pretty until they looked just like Diana. He wasn't just a fan, he was a boy in love. And as he grew into a man, that love would transform into a dangerous fixation. By the time they filmed The Wiz in 1977, Michael was a global superstar in his own right, but his heart was still set on Diana. The cast and crew noticed their intense chemistry, but one incident revealed just how close they had become. During the production, Diana reportedly spent the night at Michael's New York apartment. Her own assistant was stunned to find them together the following morning. Diana, deflecting the shock, allegedly told friends, "Well, I'll tell you one thing, Michael definitely isn't gay." This wasn't a childhood crush anymore. It had blossomed into a secret adult romance. And soon, it would lead to a question that could change everything. In the mid-1980s, Michael decided to make it official. He proposed to Diana. Not once, but twice. The first time, she accepted. The evidence was right there in plain sight for anyone who was paying attention. At the 1984 American Music Awards, Diana was seen wearing a significant ring from Michael. And that same night, she leaned in and kissed him on the mouth, in front of the entire world, their first public display of romantic affection. But there was one person who was not celebrating, Michael's mother. When Michael told Katherine about his engagement, she reportedly went wild, telling him Diana was far too old for him. Her disapproval cast a dark shadow over their plans, adding a painful new dimension to their already complicated love. The weight of it all became too much for Diana. Despite accepting his proposals, she broke both of them off. The 14-year age gap and the potential damage to her career from dating a man she'd practically raised were risks she couldn't take. The rejection was a devastating blow for Michael. Then, in 1985, Diana did the unthinkable. She married someone else, a shipping magnate named Arnie Ness Jr. Friends and family say Michael was never the same. He was heartbroken, and many believe that heartbreak fueled one of his most aggressive and misunderstood songs. 2 years later, he released Dirty Diana. While the official story claimed it was about persistent groupies, many in his inner circle believed it was a direct, angry response to the woman who broke his heart. The name was no coincidence. Even after the rejection and her marriage, Michael's obsession didn't fade. If anything, it grew more intense, but it went underground, hidden behind the gates of Neverland. That's where the shrine room came to be. Pepsi officials, who were working with Michael on a massive endorsement deal, were given a tour of the ranch. They were escorted into a room next to his bedroom and were stunned by what they saw. A space entirely dedicated to Diana, her face staring back from every angle, from her earliest days with the Supremes to her glamorous solo career. It was the only shrine he ever built for a woman, a silent, flickering monument to a love that consumed him. His feelings bled into his music in other ways too. His own brother, Jermaine Jackson, later confirmed that the iconic music video for Remember the Time, which starred Eddie Murphy and Iman, was not about some fictional Egyptian queen. It was about Diana Ross, who he called the one great love that escaped him. But the final, most shocking proof of Michael's undying devotion wouldn't be revealed until after his passing. When his will was read, it contained a provision that left everyone stunned. He had named Diana Ross as the secondary guardian for his 3 children, Prince, Paris, and Blanket, should his mother, Katherine, be unable to care for them. After everything, the broken engagements, her marriage to another man, the decades of distance, his trust in her was absolute. It was the ultimate statement, a testament to a love that, in his mind, had never truly ended. He had entrusted the most important people in his life to the woman who had captured his heart as a child. Diana, for her part, always seemed caught between maternal affection and something more. She was famously flirtatious, but with Michael, it was different. She admitted they were very much in love, yet in the same breath would call him like a son. Perhaps even she didn't know where one feeling ended and the other began. In a move that hinted she knew about the speculation surrounding the song Dirty Diana, she began using it as opening music for her own concerts, a strange way of acknowledging the drama without ever speaking its name. But what did she truly feel? Did she see the depth of his obsession as a tragic burden, or did she, in some way, encourage a love she knew could never be? It leaves us with a haunting final question. Michael's love for Diana Ross shaped his art, his life, and his perception of love itself. But in the end, was it this epic, unrequited love story that set the stage for the legendary, troubled, and ultimately tragic life of the King of Pop?